Hi there Capricorn, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for September. This is a month which can see you really wanting to explore. Now we can all do that these days from the comfort of our spare rooms through the internet, but whichever way you can, add in new interests and variety and stimulation to your everyday experience is going to be a very good thing to do, and it could be something that you find yourself actually yearning to do. So if you're traveling this month, be it for business or pleasure, it really wouldn't be a surprise. And part of the reason for this is the arrival of Jupiter, the planet of travel, in your travel sector, where it will be for the next 12 months. But this month, it does go into a broad opposition with Neptune, and therefore your imagination can be incredibly vivid. If you do go anywhere, you'll soak up the experience like never before. But this can also see you very engaged by the arts or culture, or anything to do with music and entertainment. These are all areas that you can be very receptive to. Higher education can be another area that you may consider, and you can do that, of course, in terms of distance learning courses, through correspondence, or by actually attending a formal centre of learning. So if you are someone who wants to increase your level of knowledge, this month is set to be very important, and it's not just because of Jupiter. The sun's in this location too, but then on the 13th there's a stunning solar eclipse. And this provides a backdrop of energy for the next 6 months and gives you a real push towards what is possible. However, there is a little bit of a caveat to all of this, because the 4th solar house of your horoscope, which is governed by the sign of Aries, is also activated very strongly too. And some goats may actually be up in sticks and moving home. This is because Uranus, which is in this location, forges an angle with Mars. Now these two, when they get together, even in this very positive alliance, can make us super restless. And then with this other desire to experience new vistas and to widen your life experience, well, even the most settled Capricorn could find themselves wanting to do something that's a little bit more challenging, be it mentally, physically or emotionally. So an exciting time, but one that may leave you a little bit unsettled. But your financial situation can improve from the 6th when Venus starts to go forwards. This can also stir up a deeper yearning for intimacy in close relationships. Venus then goes on to connect brilliantly with Mercury in a very visible part of your horoscope. And if you are a business person, or you're wanting to in some way reformulate old debts or do something around a property matter, this particular connection is actually going to be very helpful to you. However, Mercury does then start to go backwards from mid-month. And it goes backwards in your 10th solar house, suggesting that the way you interact with bosses, people in positions of influence, or those less senior than you, is going to be a crucial part of your progress. Get this right, then it will help you to continue to travel in the right direction, especially once the Sun joins up with Mercury on the 23rd. But with your ruler, Saturn, relocating back into the most psychological part of your horoscope on the 18th, after a brief step back into the sign of Scorpio, which lasted 4 months, your sector of sociability and friendships, I do feel that Saturn is going to be pointing towards clearing up quite a lot of loose ends, particularly over the next 2 years, before he finally re-enters your sign. So for you, I do feel the adventure, the journey, the widening of your experience can work at so many different levels. As I said before, it can be to do with being more adventurous, it can be to do with stimulating your mind through education, or it can be through travel. But equally, it could be at a more spiritual level too, that you're going to find out a lot more about yourself. But generally, I think there is a sense of change, and that change is reinforced by the fact that there is a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse, on the 28th of this month. This and Mars moving into the sign of Virgo on the 25th can, I think, just push even more the agenda for change. If you're someone who's open with this and comfortable with this, well, it will all flow quite naturally. If you're wanting to stay in place with something that perhaps has seen its better days, then it could be a little bit more of a bumpy journey. But do try to be open to changes at an emotional as well as physical level within your existence. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.